And good evening from the South Suburban Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. This is Colorado High School 5A hockey between the Valor Eagles, the Valor Christian Eagles, and the Castleview SaberCats. The Valor Eagles come in with a 6-1 record in divisional play, 6-2 overall. And the Castleview SaberCats come in with an 0-7 record. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. We welcome you to tonight's telecast, and we're glad to have you on board as we adjust a level here, and hopefully you can hear us there. So Valor is dressed in their home whites, trimmed out with their navy blue and the Valor name across the crest. And opposite of them are some very distinctive uniforms for the Castleview SaberCats. And if you're familiar with the Quebec Ramparts is a junior team that plays in the Quebec Junior League, Major Junior League, formerly coached by Patrick Waugh. And the Castleview SaberCats are wearing Quebec uniforms with that script and that round logo in the front and the band across the chest there. They're in those scarlet red with black breezers trimmed out, sharp-looking uniforms. I happen to have one of those Quebec Rampart jerseys, so I recognize it. So tonight's starting lineup is, let's get it, and they do not have sleeve numbers on those jerseys, so this will make it a little bit tougher for the SaberCats. And in goal is CJ Brachia, number 35 for the SaberCats. And it's tough to see the numbers on the rest of those starting lineups. So we're going to move over to Valor as they're being introduced, and that's Caleb Paulo. Caleb Paulo, number 26, has 5 goals coming into this game. Evan Payos, number 9, the leading scorer for this Valor squad, has 7 goals. And Ryder Price has 5 goals. He's number 34. At defense, and the right defenseman is Jake McCall, the senior. He's got a goal this year, as does Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser has 1 goal as well, and in goal is Ruth Chase. He's backed up by Cooper Robinson. Opposite of him is Baden Johansson. We're going to have the national anthem. We'll take a break here, and we'll be right back.
All right, let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for giving us the chance to come out and play the sport that we love. Pray that you watch over and protect both teams from any injury, and that you let us honor you on the ice tonight. In your name we pray, amen.
And as I like to mention every time, the Valor team does not move during the national anthem. It's refreshing to see that. They are statues out there. So here we go. We're ready for tonight's game. This is a big game. We'll talk about it the importance of this game, and in fact this weekend for all of Valor coming up. We have some new players on the ice for Valor. We have Colton Campbell, he's a freshman. He's number 45. Garrett Coveney, number 41. And we haven't seen Max Willency for a while. He's out there, number 36. John Baird is a senior. He's number 29. He'll be centering that third line. And on the defensive line, Jackson Bowers is a junior, number 28. And Nathaniel Middleton is a senior. He's number 39 on defense. We're ready to start. And the puck is down, and Payos' line is out there, and Payos moves the puck back over to Kaiser, who banks it off the inboards and looks for Caleb Payo. Payo tumbles there as he loses his footing, and he scrambles back as Payos punches it back and just leaves it there for McCall. McCall's steps and reverses. Now he comes back over to the near side, but it's picked back up by Olsen. Olsen tries to center it, picked back up. Here's a backhander, in the first shot of the game is saved there by Ruth. That was by number 21. That was Bedoin who got that shot off. And scrambling a bit is Valor. Ryder Price quickly moves it back over to Payos, who sends it back to Kaiser. Kaiser banks it off the wall looking for Payos with the pressuring Casey on him. And Payos sidesteps a couple of Castleview Sabercats and moves over to Ryder Price. Kaiser will go for a line change. Meanwhile, Paolo is forechecking, and it's swept up and out of the zone, but held in close there by McCall. McCall quickly back over to the defenseman Carson Lloyd. Lloyd moves it back up through center ice as Payos fishes it ahead for Rollison. Rollison is usually on that line, but the lines are juggled a little bit, and Rollison and Buchanan, and who are usually on the top line with Evan Payos, are on that second line, given the fact that there's so many players out, including Jack Majewski, Carter Charles, Ben Larson, Mason McConnell, and Noah Fekete are all out for Valor, at least on the offensive line. So the faceoff comes to the left-hand side of Ruth and comes back to Lloyd. Lloyd chops at it, but can't get it out, and stepping in is Knoll. He's sent into the boards, and the puck is moved out on the right wing boards. Back comes over Rollison. Rollison weaves through center. He's got Buchanan in front of him, but he can't get it off as Zucker Mundell, number 3, challenges him. Puck comes back over to Rollison. Rollison side of the circle, and he sends one back over. Digby takes a shot, and it comes up to Knoll. Knoll kicks it to his boot. Can't get it out, and the bouncing puck is put on by Lloyd, and it bounces over to the near side corner. Rollison is challenged back over to Lloyd. He'll take another shot, glances off of Brockia's glove, and over to the far side. Digby tries to move it back up to the point. Bouncing puck comes over to the near side. Getting to it first is Lloyd, and Lloyd taps it back for the defenseman Northrup, who streaks back while Valor goes for a line change. As the Sabercats try and execute their own line change, Valor is back out, glove down quickly, picked back up by John Baird, the senior, as he moves it back to the defenseman quickly. Bowers cross-ice feed, gets beyond Owen Walsh. Walsh chases his man down, and getting there first is Baird. Baird tries to shovel it up the left wing boards, and the puck is cleared the length of the ice for the game's first whistle. We're at the 14:35 mark of this 17-minute period. We're scoreless thus far between Valor and the Sabercats from Castle View. That's just outside of, or just across from Castle Rock. It's right in the center there, I should say, from the actual mountain. It's on the west side there of the highway. Face off to the left of Brockia, and the referees back everybody out, and Baird feeds it back. Here's the quick shot, and it had a chance as it just went off of Brockia's right post. Had an opportunity. Puck is fished back, but it's glanced off as stepping in there was the junior defenseman Bowers. Puck comes back over to the Valor zone, and it's back over to the far side, and out muscling his man, but it's punched back behind Valor's cage. Puck comes back up to the near side. Middleton tries to chase it back up the left-hand boards, but Castleview does a good job and keeps the puck alive. Centering feed, but it's picked off by Baird. Baird moves it back over to Walsh, taken off of his stick and reversed there by Schreifer. Schreifer puts it back in over to the far side where Payos has it glance off his stick, and the turnover is taken over by Castleview. Number 11 coming back in, he's the defenseman Douglas. Douglas puts it back down low, come back by Bedoin. Bedoin centering feed right in front, and a pad save is made by Chase Ruth, number 31, who's been a stalwart for this Valor team the entire season. As he gets a little fist bump there from Ryan Kaiser, the defenseman. Kaiser and McCall each have a goal, so this line comes up with a couple of goals yet this season. The Valor's going to need a couple of goals this game, as they have quite a bit of players that are out that have contributed on that offensive line. Let's get you back to the live action. Puck is moved back out to center. The defenseman, Zucker Mundell, moves it back over to the left-hand side, and streaking in is Northrup. Northrup tries to move it back, but his pocket is picked there by Payos. Payos reverses and winds up. Comes up the left-hand dot and back through center. Payos looking for a lane, and puck is poked off of his stick back behind, but Payos and Price are there. Price reverses away from pressure. He's got Palo right in front of him, takes the shot. Brachia makes the save. We're at the 13-minute mark. Still scoreless in this 5A action. There's a number of games this evening that have some importance to them. Namely, Chaparral plays Mountain Vista. We'll talk a little bit about the league standings in a bit. Back to the live action. Puck is picked back up and moved back over to Kaiser. Kaiser moves it back down the wall to a waiting number 36. That's Willinsey. Willinsey back over to the far side as he jousts with the defenseman, Zucker Mundell. Zucker Mundell's got some size on him, but nice job there by Willinsey as he keeps battling hard. The puck glances off of McCall's glove, and he's got Kaiser sitting back behind him in relief. Kaiser moves it back up. Odin Walsh moves it back over to the right-hand side where it's picked back up, but offsides on the near side is Garrett Coveney, the freshman. So we get set up with the second line out there. Logan Buchanan, who usually plays that left wing, is playing center this evening. And Rollison, who usually plays the right wing, is playing that left wing. He's playing an off wing, so let's see if he can get a shot off that off wing. He'd be set up for a good slap shot, one-timer. Rollison guides it back over to Charles over on the far side. Puck is moved back up to Buchanan. Buchanan hands it off. Rollison's got a lane, looks for the far side, just misses the side of the cage. Buchanan picks it back up, looks for Rollison, another shot. This one goes up and over the cage. Stepping in is Lloyd, keeps it alive, and tipped there by Digby. Digby keeps it there. Rollison steps in, he's got Digby, takes the shot. It glances off of number 18, Chandler's boot, and tumbling back behind the cage is Rollison. He gathers himself and moves the puck quickly up the left wing boards. Here's the shot, another save by Brockie. He's had to be sharp thus far. Rollison over on the far side, chops at it, but has it taken off of his stick. Lloyd just outside the Castleview blue line, punches it back in, and wholesale changes go for Valor. Over on the near side, puck is picked back up by Olsen. Olsen moves it back over to the far side in front of Coach Lee Olsen's bench. And the puck is taken off the stick and taken by Glossinger. He chases it down, but it's punched back to center. And jousting there is Bowers, the defenseman. Bowers picks up the puck and jams it off the boards, comes back in. Sweeping back in to pick up the puck is Ballantine. Ballantine over to the far side, picked up by number 14, Owen Walsh. Walsh gives it away right in front, and the puck just goes past the cage as a good opportunity for Castleview to break the scoreless tie. Puck comes back over to Baird. Baird tries to work it back to center. He's sandwiched between a couple of Castleview players, and Baird's got a break. Baird comes in on his offside, a shot right in Brachia's crest, and Brachia comes up big and keeps it a 0-0 game. 10:45 remaining in this first period. Good end-to-end action as both teams have had some opportunities here. And so this face-off will come to the right-hand side of Brockie, and that left-hand dot. It's Payos on the face-off. He wins it back cleanly, moved back over quickly to Bowers. Bowers was looking for Price. Price is in the middle. Payos tries to toe drag around one and gets it taken off of his stick. Picks it back up as he glances over his shoulder, looks up ice, and here's a break as the puck comes free. Puck over on the far side, loose puck right in front as the pass over to Ryder Price, and Price couldn't put it away. Palo set it up, and he put it on a silver platter. Meanwhile, puck comes back over to the Valor end. Puck right centering feed is stolen by Payos. Payos settles things as the two-man forecheck pressures the pass over on the far side. Jarrett Curran comes up with the puck, puts it back down, and is picked back up by number 39, Middleton. Middleton back over to the right-hand side, touched up quickly by Knoll. Knoll back in front, and the centering feed goes unanswered. Battle there as the puck is put back down. Middleton is challenged by Chandler. Chandler centering feed. Payos is there, fights his man off. That's Hall, the forward, and the puck comes back over to the left-hand point. Castleview doing a good job keeping the pressure on as Valor finally sends it back out to the safety of center. They get a two-men on the line change. Coming right back in is Hall. Hall puts it back down low. He's got Knoll battling for it, but it's Payos who comes out and emerges on the right-hand side. He's able to get it back up to Rollison. Rollison guides it back in and back over to the center. It comes away as he's taken off the puck. Digby couldn't get to it. Digby now digs it out of the corner, and Digby puts it back down for Rollison. Rollison punches it back up to the right-hand point. Here's the shot. This one glances off. Never hit Brachia. Brachia was ready with the glove waiting. Icing is the call. We've got 9:01 remaining in this first period. We're scoreless thus far. Both teams have had chances. That was a beautiful chance that Blake Rollison had as he broke in on Brachia, but CJ Brachia was up to the task, and he keeps it a 0-0 game. So here's the faceoff to the right-hand side of Brachia as Buchanan takes it. Logan Buchanan sends it back over to Kaiser. Kaiser keeps it around the perimeter as it rides the dasher boards down low, picked back up by Northrup, the defenseman. He moves it back over to the far point, and the hot pass is picked back up by Olsen. Olsen quickly reverses in front of Gwozdecki's bench, and the shot is taken from distance, seen the whole way by Ruth, and he makes the save. So with 8:44 remaining in this first period, Castleview, who doesn't have a win thus far this season, has put some good pressure on, and they have proved formidable here. They've got Liam Casey. He's going to take this face-off going up against, again, Payos. Puck comes back up as Gwozdecki double shifts that first line. Puck comes back over to Olsen. Olsen guides it back behind. McCall comes away with it. McCall reversing, finds Price on the boards, and Price quickly to Paolo. Paolo with some speed. He's got the defenseman Kaiser right in front, driving to the net. Here's the shot. Price right on the doorstep, but Brachia made sure there wasn't a rebound, and he covers up and holds for the whistle. So we'll have a face-off to the right-hand side. And so we've got Payos out there. This line has 17 goals between the three of them. Payos leads that pack with 7 goals. And off that face-off, puck is moved quickly back up to the right-hand point. McCall looking for a lane, and he sends it off the inboards. Kaiser tries to hold it there. Paolo does. Paolo puts it back down into the corner, pressuring there. Price puts the pressure on. Right in the centering feed was looking for Kaiser, the defenseman, stepping in from the left point. Castleview is able to move it back down to the Valor end, and McCall avoids pressure, moves it back over to Kaiser, bounces it off the sideboards, and it comes back out to the Castleview territory. Puck is sent right back through center, and Payos, sensing the pressure, looks for Kaiser. Kaiser is held up there by Olsen, and the puck is quickly moved over in front of the Valor bench. Paolo comes away with it, but he's sandwiched up against the boards. As a heavy check is laid, Paolo bounces right back up because he's a hockey player. Puck comes back over right in front as Payos had a shot, but it was answered by Brachia's left-hand glove as Brachia steps right around and saw it the whole way. And look at that glove as he slides from right to left, and he picks that puck up right off of Payos' stick. So we remain scoreless with 7:29 remaining in this first period. Face-off will be in the left-hand dot, and it's a clean win for Buchanan. Buchanan finds Rollison, but Rollison's pocket is picked, and it's coming back the other way is Chris Knoll. Chris Knoll sends it back down to number 12. That is, number 12 is Jamison Charles. Haven't called Jamison Charles much this evening, and he sends it the length of the ice for an icing call. We're 10 minutes into this first period, and it's been good end-to-end action. There's been chances on both ends, but it remains scoreless. So the face-off to the right-hand side of Ruth, And it comes back, and Jamison Charles sweeps it over to the near side with a backhand. And the puck is hoisted down. We have a 2-on-1 developing as Rollison on one side, Digby and Buchanan, and the shot is saved by Brachia. And Brachia doesn't give up a rebound. Rollison coming in. Rollison was on his off wing, meaning that he was coming down the left-hand side. He's a right-handed stick. He opens it up, and he had Buchanan on one side and Digby on the far side. So Buchanan, again, is a left-hand stick, and so this left-hand face-off, if he can win it cleanly to Rollison and back up to Lloyd, and now Rollison, who's a right-handed stick, steps in, and the puck is won by Castleview. They put it back behind the cage, and reversing over on the near side is number 2, Zach Northrup, the defenseman. Northrup finds his defensive partner over on the far side, and the pass goes through center as it's touched up. And icing is waved off as Lloyd has it. Leaves it there for Jamison Charles. Quickly up to Rollison on the left wing boards. He's pressured and shoulder checked there by number 2, the defenseman, Zach Northrup, who steps in. Northrup sized up by another 2, but offsides is Ballantine. As Carson Lloyd was ready to challenge number 12, Zach Northrup. Northrup did a good job creating that, but his line mate was offsides. So the faceoff comes out just outside of the Valor, and John Baird's line will take it. Baird flanked by Owen Walsh on one side and Anders Glossinger opposite. Glossinger now goes to apparently a little equipment needed, so stepping in to take his spot is number 36 is Max Willency. Baird is washed out, and Owen Walsh steps in and trying to step in, and Bedoin for Castleview lays a check. There's Walsh over on the far side. Bedoin's got it, but he was offsides. He never came on back on sides. So the face-off in front of Gwozdecki's bench, and he'll take this chance to put his top line back out there. Payos, Palo, and Price, the P line. That's a mouthful with those 3. And the puck goes up into Valor's bench. Got Adrian Wiedemann out there this evening, man in the defensive line. And off the faceoff, Castleview comes away with it, and recoiling is Bedoin. Bedoin over on the far side, and he lays a reverse check on Caleb Palo. Puck comes back out to center. Bedoin has it, stripped off his stick, and Price recovers. Price looking for McCall, gets beyond him as the pressure is applied by Olsen. Puck comes back over to the near side. Price banks it off the boards. Palo picks it back, or Palo back over into the center. McCall's shot just hits the toe there of Brachia. Brachia keeps it scoreless. 5:41. Here's the pass over to the far side, as Payos looked like he was going to pass, he was going to shoot it there. And the puck back behind the cage, picked back up by Palo. Palo sends it right through the goal crease, chopped at, held in, rescued there by Payos. Payos looking for a lane, takes it back down right in front, and the backhander there by Palo is picked up by Price. Price in front gets leveled as number 2, Zach Northrup, introduces himself. So 5:18 remaining as this Valor team is looking for shots on goal. And their first goal, they had an opportunity there. And so Buchanan's line comes right back out. Digby up on the wall. Puck comes back over to Charles. Charles chops at it. Digby's got it in the sweeping shot. Again, saved by Brachia over into the near side corner. It's Buchanan and Rollison battling number 11, the defenseman Douglas, over on the far side. And that patented pull move there by Rollison. Here's the shot. Bounces off of Digby's boot. And the puck is glanced off the glass and back out to center. Jamison Charles sweeps in and picks it back up as he's pressured by Hall. Hall steals the pass right in front. Digby on the back check does a nice job as he as he tied up his man. That was number 22, Chandler. Meanwhile, puck comes back over to Lloyd. Lloyd quickly reverses to the near side. Buchanan has it, and he sends an area pass off the mid-ice boards. Rollison chops at it, gets it back into the zone as he's tied up there by Chandler. Rollison punches it back up the wall, back over to the right-hand point, but the shot never got through for Charles, and the puck comes back on goal for Ruth. Ruth holds on to it too long, and Castleview gains an offensive zone faceoff on Ruth's delay. Ruth has a conversation there with one of the officials, and with 4:18 remaining in this first period, Castleview gets an offensive zone faceoff in the right-hand dot. Stepping in to take it is Ballantine. Ballantine wins it back. Here's the shot, but it hit traffic. Never got through. Little back pass there. Baird was there, and the puck is reversed back up the right-hand side. Back out to center. Walsh has it and quickly finds a man over on the far side. That's 41. Garrett Covney. And it's puck comes back out to center as trying to hold it in there was the junior Bowers. Puck just came out barely, but Valor had to tag up. Bowers chops at it, and the puck comes all the way back to Middleton. Middleton holds it there as icing is the call. 3:47 remaining in this scoreless first period. As we talked about the standings, and we just look at the South Division with Chaparral right now leading with 18 points and Mountain Vista with 17. Valor with only 12. It looks misleading, but Valor controls its destiny right now. And if they can win out, they will be in a great position for one of the guaranteed seeds. Off the faceoff, puck is tapped back over to Kaiser. Back quickly over to the right-hand side. McCall's shot is deflected, and the big defenseman, Northrup, comes away with it. Taking that puck off his stick, however, is Paolo. Paolo backhands it into the SaberCats end, where Northrup goes back, pressured by Payos, and it's Price over on the far side. Price on his backhand needs relief, and so he shovels one little backhander over into the near side corner. Northrup is bodied by Price. Paolo is there, and Price puts it back behind the cage, and sweeping in is Zuckermundel. Zuckermundel back over to the left wing half boards, and the puck is moved back out, but not further than center ice, where Valor retains possession. Quickly back up to Price. Price steps into the zone. Price on his backhand. Power move right through the front as Brachia makes another save on that move. Quickly back over to Kaiser. Kaiser has it glance off his stick. McCall has it, and he bangs it into the SaberCats end. With time is Northrup. Northrup with the head up, looks over to the near side, and the puck bounces off the mid-ice boards back over to Charles. Charles gathers it in with one hand and bobbles the puck. Puck is picked back up. Here's a backhander shot by Hall. Hall didn't get much on it as it came off of him, and over on the far side, Buchanan's got a jump. Buchanan's got Rollison driving. Looks for him, and the pass just inside the wheelhouse. Can't come up with it. Rollison tumbles, puck squirts free, and it comes back over to number 11, Douglas. Douglas reverses over to the near side, quickly back up to Knoll. Knoll back through center, looking for Dean, but it bounces off of his stick and comes all the way back into the SaberCats end. With time as Valor changes again, and this time you've got the John Baird's line out there. That was Baird that is sidestepped by Knoll. Knoll centering, and he sends it right through as he squared up for that pass. Walsh pokes it back out. Baird chases it, picked back up by Zuckermundel. Zuckermundel avoiding the forecheck, puts it back up the half boards, and here comes Castleview. Centering feed picked off by Garrett Covney. Covney moves it back over to the right-hand side. Jamison has it as he weaves through center. He's got Walsh in the middle, takes the shot. This one is waved at, and the ricocheting puck comes all the way back out to center. Kaiser avoids the check, picks it back over to Walsh. A little back pass there is read nicely by Ballantine, sent over to the near side, and Kaiser introduces himself to number 16. That was Ballantine, who got squashed up against the boards. Walsh over on the far side has it taken off his stick. Ballantine headmans the puck. It's Levy with it. Levy tries to advance but can't pass McCall. Kaiser's got it. Banks off the boards. A bit too far for Baird and comes back. Here comes Here comes the SaberCats, and with 1 minute remaining as the defenseman Douglas puts it back into Valor's end. Kaiser bodied up there by the forechecking Olsen. Olsen takes the puck from Kaiser, continues to fight for it over in the Zam corner. We've got a 4-man pileup, and back down below the line is McCall. Payos has it with 43 seconds remaining. Has it taken off his stick. Here's a quick shot. It goes through the crease over onto the near side from the right-hand point, and the centering feed is, and the shot was deflected up and out of the zone. That was Liam Casey in front of the Valor end. Over on the far side, it is number 14, Owen Walsh. He sends it back through, but that goes for icing. So with 21.9 seconds remaining in this scoreless first period, it's Castleview will have an offensive zone face-off to the right-hand side of Chase Ruth. Liam Casey, who started this game, will take the face-off versus Payos. Casey wins it back, but it bounces off a SaberCat boot, and Payos has it. Payos, a little backhander back up to Price. Price on his backhand sends it back up as he was looking for Paolo. Paolo can't advance it as he was challenged by number 11, Douglas, and the pile up in the near side at center ice as the clock melts down from 1 second. There's the buzzer. After one, we're tied 0-0. We'll be back after the Zam break. This is Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. This is Chassa 5A action between Valor and the visiting Castleview SaberCats, 0-0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
That's Candace. Yeah. I know, that's what everyone says. No, I know everyone thinks that. Well, she takes pictures too, but I'm the one that takes most of the pictures. Yeah. I know. Well, I finally got to get in last week. So, I saw that. Yeah, I got to get in last week, and it was like, I know, I was supposed to go to that. I was supposed to be at that one, and it was like, they finally let us in to do the photography, and it was like, yeah, I know. Oh, that's it. Everyone thinks Candace and I look like. Everyone thinks we're the same. I actually played hockey with Candace. Yeah. And I actually played bass, but we've never actually played together, so that's great. Yeah, it is funny. So, yeah. Oh, I know. It's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the current COVID protocols, you're required to sit in family units, and family units must be at least 6 feet away from other family units. This is all in accordance with current COVID protocols. We do appreciate your cooperation in this regard.
And welcome back for the second period. We're scoreless between Valor in white, Castleview in the dark red jerseys that look like the Quebec Ramparts. And off that shot, that goes up into the netting here as we've just started this second period. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. Thanks for joining us here this evening. We haven't had any scoring, we haven't had any penalties, but we've had a lot of action, so it's been back and forth here. So we're glad to have everybody join us. And off the face-off, it's in Castleview's end, and there's Paolo. Paolo is able to snake it away, but it's taken off his stick and chipped over on the half boards. Paolo runs into one player, and Price swings and misses. We have a 1-on-2 developing, and taking the puck away was Evan Payos, who was back in a defensive position there. Puck is settled by Kaiser, and Kaiser quickly back over to the captain, McCall. McCall finds a lane in Palo, but the pass is hot off the boards. Comes back out to center, fluttering pass, picked back up by Bedoin. Bedoin tries to work his way through. It's taken off of his stick, and Palo has it. Palo with a jump. He's got one man in front of him. Palo tries to go through. It's Palo over on the far side. That is Payos. This P line here tonight is killing me. I got Palo, Price, and Payos out there. Usually I got Buchanan and Rollison. This time quickly back over, and Payos was wide open over on the far side, but couldn't get his stick on that puck as Palo delivered it to him over on his off wing. Puck is punched back down into Valor's end, and Charles quickly moves it back up ice off of Digby. Digby can't control. Held up by Douglas, and it's driven in on Brachia, who makes the save. So we were talking about the importance of all these games, and right now, Valor sits actually, if they can win out here, they are ahead of Chaparral as they won the head-to-head match, and it's the initial head-to-head match that determines the tiebreaker. So puck comes back over to the far side. It's Hall with it. Hall tries to find a lane to get it out, and Lloyd steps in from his D position. Lloyd on his backhand has it poked down into the near side corner. Digby's there, and the puck is moved up the dasher boards. Digby gets a stick on it, turns, but he runs into a player there. That's Hall. Hall continues to battle, but he gets support from Logan Buchanan. Buchanan puts it up through the slot area. He gets chopped up and out by Chandler. And a race for it over near the left-hand side where Valor's goalie, Chase Ruth, is set up for this second period. He sends the puck down for a face-off in the SaberCats' end. So off the face-off, SaberCats get it, and they move it back over as Curtin moves it back out to center. And Buchanan tumbles. Digby's there. He's got a man. It's Rollison over on the far side. And a post-to-post save is made by Brachia. Brachia quickly read the play. He's able to get over there, as that was a quick bang-bang play. On the opposite side, shot, and the goal is scored. And the SaberCats take the 1-0 lead on a similar play as the puck was moved from left to right. And you look at the replay on this, and picking that puck up and burying that is number 19, Schriefer. So Schriefer gets the goal as he was fed it from Ballantine. And Ballantine makes it, and Schriefer makes it 1-0. The SaberCats, who are 0-7, take a 1-0 lead, and this one comes at the 14:34 mark of this second period. So Schriefer gets the goal from Ballantine at the 14:34 mark. And as we jot this down, Ballantine gets the assists, and it's confirmed over the public address. We are back to the live action. We've got a whistle in front, and we've got a face-off just outside of the Valor blue line. And we're in the period of the long change for both of these squads. As I said, we haven't had any penalties. We've just had end-to-end action, so that first game gets through. So here we go, 14:21 into this, remaining in this second period. So we're early, and Valor finds himself down by a goal. McCall sweeps the puck up to Palo. Palo has Payos in front of him. Glances off a boot. Payos picks it right back up and looks for the return feed for Palo. Palo was tied up with number 18, as that was a good defensive play by Nick Chandler. Puck comes all the way back behind Chase Ruth's cage. Held up there by McCall. McCall working back behind the cage as he had some pressure, but he's able to avoid it. He moves it back over to a waiting Palo. Palo touch play there to Payos. Payos right-hand side. Shot wires it up and over Brachia. We're tied one aside at the 13:53 mark. What a beautiful play as Payos gets his 8th goal of the season, and a picture-perfect pass from Palo and from McCall. McCall fed that puck up to Paolo. Paolo waiting on the wall, finds Payos, and Payos comes down the right-hand side, and he picked his corner. He picked right over the stick side of Brachia, making it 1-1. So just like that. And that was almost exactly, that was less than a minute after the goal by Schriefer. And so Payos gets his 8th of the season, number 8 from Paolo and from McCall. So McCall gets another assist from the D-line, and that's got to please George Gwozdecki, getting that sort of support from the D-line in that contribution. Jamison with the puck back behind the cage as he's got Lloyd, his defensive partner, back over to his left-hand side. As trying to smoke him out was Hall. And the puck comes back over the boards. It's Rollison. Rollison gets it in deep as Buchanan goes for a chase. He's back on as the puck is picked back up by Charles. Charles wielding back through. You back down to Digby. Digby challenged there by Zuckermunder. And the puck is sent back up to the right-hand side. Coming up with it is Knoll. Knoll is muscled off the puck there by Buchanan, but the bounce pass is a bit too far, and it's sent right back into the Valor end and up and into the Sabercats bench over on the far side. So with 13:06 remaining in this second period, Valor has tied things up. The Sabercats enjoyed about a minute of the lead, and Valor strikes back. John Baird will take this face-off. He's going up against Ben Ballantine, who had that assist. Puck is put back down into the corner. Coming away with it is Owen Walsh. Walsh quickly feeds it up over to Glossinger, but the pass glances off his stick. And the bouncing puck coming back in. Here comes Ballantine. Ballantine once again, as he was looking for Schriefer and trying to make a second opportunity out of that. Here's a shot from the point. Again, glances off of a boot, and the bouncing puck is taken back out to center. And with a jump, here comes Baird. Baird down the right-hand side, feeds it right through the middle. Loose puck picked up by Owen Walsh. Loose puck, shot, goal! Owen Walsh buries his own rebound, and it's 2-1 Valor. Owen Walsh didn't give up on that puck, and with traffic in front of Brachia, Owen Walsh made sure of his second opportunity, and he buries it in the back of the net there. And here we go. Here's the first shot, and you see it bouncing. There's a lot of traffic in front of Brachia, and Walsh sneaks back over on the right-hand side, and he buries it. 12:32, and all of a sudden, in less than a minute, or just over a minute, it's Walsh with the second goal for Valor. And for Walsh, that is his second goal of the season, and that's a big one for Owen Walsh and the Valor Christian Eagles. It's Paolo with the puck. Paolo reverses off, and a punch pass right out to center comes away. Castleview has it, and a little back pass comes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser feeding it back up for Price. Price can't advance as Payos was well inside the zone. Payos goes to the bench and gets a little of attention over there on the far right-hand side as he was a little shaken up back behind the play. I didn't see the hit. You might have seen it. I got my spotter next to me, and he's shaking his head. What good are you? You're
I'll find out.
All right. So he's going to figure out what's going on here. And we've got a face-off to the left-hand side of Brachia. This time it's Buchanan. Buchanan's a left-hand stick in that zone, so he tries to win it back, but it's taken back behind on the end boards. Battling for it is Rollison, who is always in there. Digby's got the puck coming out of the corner, bounces off a skate. Rollison moves it up the wall. Charles pokes it free, back down to Rollison. Rollison escapes right in front as he's tied up there by number 3, Zuckermundel. You gotta love Zuckermundel's name for a hockey player. And coming away with the puck is Chandler. Chandler glances it off the glass line. Comes back over to Rollison, feeds it through the wickets, picked back up and read nicely by Zuckermundel. And back over, here comes Digby. Digby puts it in, glanced off of Brachia's stick, back over on the far side. Northrup gets pinned up against the boards, puck squirts free, comes all the way back up. Digby's got it, Wines takes the shot, and a big save by Brachia, keeping it a one-goal game here at the 11:08 mark. Left-hand point, Lloyd's shot Deflected into the corner, doing some good yeoman's work as Digby keeps the puck alive. Back over along the half wall, it's Rollison. Works it back down, goes past Buchanan's stick, but it's swept back over, right over to a waiting Lloyd. Lloyd back to Buchanan. He's got Rollison in the middle, but it bounces off of Rollison's skate and squirts free over to the near side. Finally, the SaberCats are able to clear. Back behind the cage, behind Valor's cage, and moving up the left wing boards. The puck is ricocheted off the glass line. Walsh finds over Glossinger. Glossinger looking for options. Walsh comes back in. He's got Baird right in front, but Baird had it in his wheelhouse and he couldn't get it off his stick. Baird with the puck back behind the cage on his backhand, edge of the circle. Centering feed, Glossinger winds and he fans on it. Puck is put right back in by Middleton. Middleton back down in for Glossinger. Down in the Zam corner, gets some support. The Valor is buzzing right now with that 1-goal lead. Here comes Walsh and a big save as Brachia fought that one off. Glossinger and a right pad save by Brachia. Back over to the far side, jousting sticks, bodies tumbling. Baird comes out with it, takes the shot, but it comes off of his stick. Back over to the near side, bouncing puck. Finally, it's iced. We have a break in the action. 9:48, Valor on top, 2-1, and put the pressure on. You gotta love it. Friday night hockey. Everybody's juiced for this one. Fantastic action as some of these players that we haven't had a chance to see much here, Glossinger, Baird, they're making an impact. Trey Digby's been all over the ice tonight. And there's a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout too, as maybe we got to catch our breath here, but I got to believe that's Lee Olson, the head coach of the SaberCats, who took that timeout. We will take a chance to talk to you about the standings here. And if you look at the 5A standings right now, Fort Collins leads the North Division. And again, they control their own destiny on that. They've got 2 games remaining versus Ralston Valley, and they own the tiebreaker versus Ralston Valley. So they're in good shape right there. In the Metro Division, Regis leads, and Regis has 4 games remaining, and they've got Denver East on their heels, but Denver East has a couple of losses, both coming to Regis. So Regis has both of those, has the tiebreaker versus Denver East. So the only way Denver East can get in, or RV, is via the wild card. And in the South Division, this is where it gets interesting. You've got Valor Christian, who has games in hand, having only played 7 games thus far. Valor has 5 games at least on paper. I think they'll get 4 of them in. Castleview, they've got Pine a couple of games, and then tomorrow's big game versus Mountain Vista. Let's get you back to the live action. Here we go. And the faceoff comes back out, and it's taken back out to center. The bouncing puck picked back up by Paolo. Paolo pokes it free and sweeps it back into the zone as he looks for Price. The play is read nicely, and coming through with some speed is number 21, Bedoin. Bedoin is back checked there by McCall. McCall quickly back up to the right-hand side. It's Payos centering feed back behind. The defenseman Kaiser comes in, takes the shot. That one whistles through the blue paint. Puck comes back out to center, and Payos gathers it back in. Payos on his backhand with speed, accelerates through center. Challenges, it's poked off his stick, but he delivers a big check, and coming back the far west side, we've got the game's first penalty. And it's going to go on Evan Payos. So Payos goes to the box, and the first power play of the game goes to Castleview. So this one comes at 9:03. As Payos goes for perhaps a check from behind. We're going to check. Yes, they do only have 2 minutes up there. So that's the call. So let's set the stage here for you. Knoll will take the face-off as Knoll has Curran on the left-hand side, and he's got Hall right in the slot area. Nonetheless, the puck is picked back up, and here's the clearing attempt. Rollison shot, and it bounces off the iron. Rollison on a shorty had a golden opportunity as he was up ahead of Chandler on the play. And that puck was cleared back out, almost given away again. Buchanan's got it. Buchanan back over to Rollison, and his shot whistles wide to the right-hand side. It looks like a Valor power play instead of a Castleview power play. Puck is hammered the length of the ice, And Brachia holds it there. Brachia now wisely moves it off the boards as he finds Curran. Curran moves it back up through center ice as coming up with his Chandler, sticked aside by Ruth into the far side corner. Sweeping in is Curran on the forecheck as he's bodied off the play there nicely by a left shoulder of McCall. McCall, the big defenseman, and the puck is moved back up to the right-hand point. Back down below the line, a centering feed is tipped off. Curran was the intended target. Casey gathers it in. Casey puts it up and out of play. Face-off will come outside of the zone with 54 seconds remaining in Payos penalty. 7:57 remaining in the second period. Valor leads 2-1. And Paolo wins that face-off, but unable to clear it was Kaiser, as getting in the way there was Olsen up against the boards. And working off the puck there was Bedoin. Bedoin moves it back up high, and the sprawling Paolo is able to get the puck back to center. It's poked right back in. It rides the rails over on the far side, giving Kaiser time to clear it the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining in the first power play of the game. First power play for the SaberCats, and coming up the right-hand side as McCall challenges his man, and defensive partner Kaiser seals it off as he sends the puck, and it escapes the Valor end. 14 seconds remaining in the power play, and sweeping back behind the cage. Here comes the SaberCats. And it's moved right back in by Northrup, the defenseman, but it bounces back out, and needing to pick up the puck is Ballantine. Ballantine weaving through, he finds a man in the middle. It's Bedoin's shot as it glances off at Chase Ruth's gloves. Centering feed, and a nice stick check there by Kaiser. Golden opportunity. Owen Walsh turns on the Jets, takes the shot, and as he ends up into the end boards. And there's no penalty there, as Valor absolutely deserves a penalty on that, but Owen Walsh gets right back up. Here's Glossinger's shot, saved, ricocheted, and the puck comes back out to Casey. Glossinger back checking there, and the shot whistles up and over Ruth's cage. Puck comes back over, and it rides along the shelf line. Jamison Charles poked at there by Hall. Charles fights off the check. The puck is stolen, though. It's picked back up by Jack Chandler. Chandler moves it up the wall, and Price gives it away at the point. A big check there as Charles wants some retribution there for that big check on Owen Walsh, as Walsh went hard in the end boards. Walsh was defensive. He came in on that right-hand side. He was defensive. He was taking the shot, and thus he was off balance, and it definitely could have been a call there, as it was a dangerous play, and Walsh goes hard into the end boards. He bounced right back up, though, and he was right back into the play, so good to see that. Hall will take this face-off. Went up against Buchanan. Buchanan wins it over to the wall, works at it with Middleton. Puck comes back down, back below the line. As it comes away with it is Bowers. Bowers scales it hard off the glass. It escapes back to center. Punch right back in, but Valor has time as the SaberCats had to tag up. Quickly back over to Bowers. Bowers works it back over to the near side. Middleton gets tied up with his man as he didn't have much room, and coming in and rescuing the puck, here comes Rollison. Rollison with some speed, weaves through center. Zucker Mundell sizes him up, but Rollison escapes past him, and here's the makeup call, and there it is, the makeup call on Zucker Mundell. As it wasn't much of one, but we're going to get an interference call on Zucker Mundell as he tied up Rollison as he was trying to get through. So the game's first power play coming in this second for Valor. Zucker Mundell goes to the box, and he goes for 2 minutes at the 5:31 mark. So let's see, Gwozdecki's got his top line out there. He's got Payos, Rollison, and Price. And this is, I should say, his power play line. Rollison's used to playing with this. Price banks it off the boards as he finds McCall up high. Kaiser waiting for it, but it goes over to the far side. Payos, give and go, back to Payos, almost connected, just missed him. Kaiser picks up the puck on the right-hand dot, back over quickly to Rollison. Rollison thinks about it, looking for a lane as he's got McCall up high. Back to McCall, sweeps it back over to the far side. Payos takes the shot, seen the whole way as Brachia gets the left mid out there and makes the save. But Valor's got 132 to work with in an offensive zone faceoff. They keep the same lineup out there as the SaberCats change things up, and Jack Chandler's back out there along with Liam Casey, number 10. Casey will take the faceoff going up against Payos. Big faceoff every time you have, and Casey's tossed, and Jack Chandler jumps in and winning that faceoff and able to control it, but the puck comes back out to center. And the SaberCats are able to take some precious time off of Valor's first power play. McCall holds it back there. He makes a nifty little move there. And the back pass comes back over to Payos. Payos winds it up as he takes the zone over on the right-hand side, and the big long reach of Payos guides the puck over on the far side, edge of the circle, thinks about a back pass. Now it's sent back over to the far side as Rollison was winding up. Rollison got some good wood on that, but the puck is saved by Brocky over to the far side, and the pass cross ice. Kaiser was there, but getting a stick on that was Jack Chandler. Here comes Valor with 46 seconds remaining in the power play. Payos back over to Rollison. Rollison has to gather it back in as he looks down low. He's got Payos. He rides it along the dasher board. Payos winds it back over to the far side. McCall gathers it in off the boards, drags it to center, back to Payos. Payos has got Buchanan looking for it on the near side. Payos' pass almost gets picked off. Rollison's got it back to Payos. Backhander shot, goal scored. 3-1 power play goal. Goal number 9 of the season for Payos, and it is 3-1 with 3:52 remaining in this second period. So Payos gets the goal as Rollison got it right back to him, and that comes at the 3:52 mark. This is a power play goal, and so Zuckermundel's penalty proves costly for the SaberCats. And Valor gets a little breathing room, but as you know, the 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. You don't want to let down your guard. But it's good to have that 2-goal lead here off the faceoff. And Rollison gets the only assist on that. There might have been another one, but they didn't give it, at least on that. At least we don't hear the public address announcer. Weaving his way through is number 21, Bedoin. Bedoin maintains good possession, puts it back over. Kaiser over on the far side. Takes a funny bounce off the glass. Fortunate for Valor. Puck has moved back over to Glossinger, but he's challenged, and Zuckermundel is able to keep the puck from entering the SaberCats' end. Back behind Valor's cage, puck is taken away. Centering feed, loose puck, and a save there. And again, as the puck came up on Ruth, that was a little bit of a play where you had to be alert, and Ruth was, as you look at the replay here. And the man right on the doorstep, and you can see this pass right in front. I don't think he realized it was coming as quickly, but he reacted. What a reaction save. You see on that right hand where the stick is held, and it came up, kind of a shoulder save as the puck dropped down in front of him. Back to the live action. Puck is over on the near side wall. Half boards moved over by Lloyd. Lloyd finds Price over on the far side, and Price reverses, banks it off the boards, and the angle, not exactly what Lloyd wanted. Lloyd takes some punishment there as he's sandwiched between a couple players, gets some help from Paolo, and coming away with it is Payos, who's playing center field back behind the play. Payos weaves his way through. He's challenged as Knoll looks for Payos, and he looks for a big hit on him, takes him off the puck. Puck is moved back out to center. Lloyd tries to move it forward, bounces off, but Payos once again gathers it back in. Sauces it off the boards past Payos, picked back up by Northrup, but he can't get it in deep, courtesy of his own teammate, Knoll. Puck comes back over to the SaberCats line with 2:17 remaining. Stepping on sides is Price, or I should say Paolo. Price had a head of steam as he was entering the zone, but Paolo was still in there. Puck comes back out just outside of the blue line, back over to Lloyd. Lloyd, the defenseman, tries to put it in, but it's offside on the far side. So that's where we stand here with 2 minutes straight up in the second period. And so with a 3-1 lead, Valor enjoying a 3-1 lead here late in this second period. So off the faceoff, picked up by Rollison. Rollison's shot bounces off a shin pad. Rollison picks it back up out of the corner as he's surrounded by Sabercats, and out emerges number 21. That was Bedoin, but he couldn't get it out of the zone. Now it comes free. Back in, and it's hoisted back out to the safety of center. Touched up there by Middleton. Middleton looking for Rollison. And who's going to control the puck? It's finally Buchanan. Buchanan is challenged, has it taken off of his stick. And Rollison returns the favor. Puck comes back over to the far side. Kaiser from center ice finds Buchanan. And again, this bouncing puck, late in this period, pucks are bouncing all over the place. And the players have had a hard time controlling it. It's the defenseman, Nathaniel Middleton, moves it back up to center. Puck comes all the way back over to the near side. Stolen. Buchanan jumps back on sides. Rollison hoists it back in with 1:05 remaining in this second period. Puck comes back over, back up the left-hand side, and it's taken back out to center where it's controlled there by McCall. McCall sends it back over to Payos as he avoids one check. And avoiding that as he whistles one wide. The bouncing puck right in front. Tumbling was Paolo. Paolo along with Payos. Winding is Lloyd. Bouncing shot, goal! As it was tipped in front, I believe Paolo got it. That or it hit a Sabercat. But Lloyd with the windup and with 37.5 seconds remaining, it is 4-1. And right now we're going to give that to Lloyd. But Paolo was right on the doorstep. I don't know if he got can we check on the replay if he was able to get it? And here's the shot. You can see Paolo in front as he's directing some traffic, and that bouncing puck just goes 5-hole. So shot by Glossinger, and before we can even jot this one down, it's 5-1 as Glossinger scores on the side of the cage, and all of a sudden the wheels have come off for the Sabercats. And here's the play as Glossinger, man, that was just a bang-bang play here. And Glossinger over on the far side had such a nasty angle on that thing. And the puck comes back over, and you can see it. It just goes up over the glove of Brachia, 5-1. Glossinger, the senior, gets a big goal. And that one comes at less than a minute. So, boy, we can't even get the score sheet right, and all of a sudden goals are going in left and right. 14 seconds remaining in the period as Owen Walsh puts it in, and it's settled there by the Sabercats. They'll hold on with 7 seconds remaining and rag some time off this clock as the final seconds come to a close as Walsh puts one in for good measure on Brachia. That's where we're going to end. After 2, 5-1 on 5 goals. So Payos got him started. And it was after Schriefer's goal, making it 1-0. And then it was 1-1 with Payos' goal at the 13:53 mark as Walsh got his second goal of the season to make it 2-1 in favor of Valor. Payos gets a power play goal, making it 3-1. Lloyd gets that goal from distance, making it 4-1. And then Glossinger on a sharp angle shot, top shelf, makes it 5-1. That's where we stand. A lot of action here in that second period. Glad you didn't tune us out for that one. That was a great period. 17 minutes up on the board, waiting for the ZAM to start the third period. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. You're watching Valor Hockey. 5-1 over the Sabercats. We'll be back for the third and final period. And welcome back for the third and final period. Valor leads 5-1. Entering this third period where we've got fresh ice. And the icing is waved off. Chasing it back there is Zuckermundel. Zuckermundel leaves it there for Northrup. Northrup bodied up against the boards. Kaiser keeps it in, banks it off the far side corner. Right in front, Price has an opportunity. And he whistles that wide as he was challenged back from behind. That puck ricocheted right to Price, who found himself in the low slot. Back over on the left-hand side, Castleview guides it back up. Looking for it there is 21 Bodine. Bodine, who's been active for this Castleview squad. Called his name a number of times here. And trying to exit the zone. Castleview steals it. Puck comes back in over to 14 as a centering feed right in front. Goes unanswered. Picked back up at the left-hand point. It's Knoll. Knoll guides it as it rides the rails over to onto the near side, and it's hoisted back out by Kaiser, and the bouncing puck is just going to be wide of Brocchia's cage. We're coming back. We're at the 15:53 mark of this third and final period. And if you just joined us, or if you watched part of that first period and then came back, we had a flurry of goals there as Valor just absolutely exploded for 5 goals in that second period. And for Valor, this is interesting. If you look at their scoring this year, they have scored a majority of their goals in that second period. So they're about equal between the first and third periods. But the second period is their big period. Convey down low, the freshman there. The puck gets past him as he chases it over into the near side corner, and it's hoisted back out to center, waved at by Payos, and all the way back to Ruth's cage. Lloyd thinks about it as you've got Payos playing defense over on the far side. Meanwhile, Lloyd tries to move it back up. It's stolen. Here's an opportunity, and a left shoulder save there by Ruth, as coming in hot was number 16, Ballantine. Puck is moved over into the near side, poked back, and the shot by Curran goes wide, and it ricochets all the way up to the left-hand point. The bouncing puck is tapped back by Buchanan, back to his usual line mate, Payos. Puck is moved back out to center and poked in by Digby. 14:37 remaining in this third period. Puck is banked off the mid-ice boards, and it goes for an icing call. And a little bit of a call, a disagreement between the referees, and I believe that's Michael O'Neill out there. It's hard to tell with the masks on between the referees, but I think I recognize him from men's league. And so this face-off will come back to center ice. So Baird takes the face-off. He goes up against Ballantine, and Ballantine waves at it as it gets past him over to Zuckermundel. Puck is poked free and in front of the SaberCats bench, and wheeling away and moving the puck over to the right-hand side is Schriefer. Schriefer puts it in deep. Middleton's there, and a searing feed shot, goal scored as Ballantine gets the goal. As Ballantine was in the low slot, he got fed a beautiful pass right in front, and for Ballantine, that is his first goal here of the game, and I believe that might have been from Schriefer. It is. So those two teamed up for the first goal, but in that case it was Schriefer that got the goal. So at 5-2, it's Ballantine. And I was talking to somebody in between the periods, and they said, don't you like some of these names? And I said, yeah, this Ballantine kid has got a great name to call, and there he gets a goal. So that comes at about the 14:50 mark. Another shot, and Ruth, again, keeps it a 3-goal lead here, as Valor's got to watch out as this SaberCat team, although they haven't, they've hustled hard, and in the inboards again, it's Paolo goes tumbling into the inboards, and here's a loose puck right in front as Paolo tries to tuck it under Brocchia. And I don't know how Paolo just bounces up. He's the Energizer Bunny. You knock him down, he comes right back up. Paolo's still out there. He took a heavy hit into those inboards. That's twice he's met him. Over on the far side, picking up the puck is Bedoin. Bedoin puts it back, and it rolls along the dasher boards over to the near side. Price cancels his man, giving way to Kaiser. Kaiser moves it back up, centering feed back over to Rollison. Rollison on his backhand, spins on the edge of the circle. Now he reverses down low, up and over the dot. He's got a man on the far side, but it goes off of Olson's boot. Otherwise, he had McCall waiting for the puck over on the far side. Rollison did a good job to weave his way through there. Back to the live action with 12:55 remaining. It's Digby. Digby with the long stick and the back check by Chandler ties up Digby. Chandler's able to put it back down low where the freshman Coveney comes up with it. He holds his man off, finds Lloyd. Lloyd puts it right back down below the line and weaving his way through, but Buchanan comes in and takes his man off. Buchanan with the puck over on the far side looking for Convey right in front. Lloyd stretches for it. It glances off of the bouncing puck, pinballs back over to Brachia, and he holds for the whistle. CJ Brachia, number 35, has seen a lot of rubber here. So we look at this weekend schedule, and Mountain Vista is next for Valor. And that is a big game, especially for Mountain Vista. Mountain Vista needs not only to beat Chaparral after this game, they play them right afterwards. They need to win tomorrow, and they need Chaparral to lose versus Doherty to be able to lay claim to a potential wild card spot. Otherwise, Chaparral is going to be above in the 5A hockey standings, the RPI standings. And if you look at those, Regis Jesuit is right now number 1. Regis Jesuit has 2 games remaining versus Denver East, and so they most likely will be able to retain that top spot, having played Denver East, who's ranked very high right behind them. And Denver East is also looking for one of those wild card spots. There's only one available. We'll touch on that a little bit as Middleton goes back, banks it off the bin boards as he finds his defensive partner there by Bowers. Puck is stolen at the line and put right back in, but Glossinger has time. Glossinger chops at it. Puck doesn't escape the zone. Glossinger gets his stick on it again, and Baird is there. Baird shoulder checks his guy. So does Glossinger. And again, the puck is poked back out, and where's the whistle? Finally, it comes as stepping in was Chris Knoll over there, and he was trying to keep the puck alive. It was clearly offsides. But getting back to that wild card spot, that wild card spot could go to that second place team. Could it be Ralston Valley? Ralston Valley has to play RV 2 more times. Ralston Valley has to play Fort Collins, 2 more times here. But that'll help their standings. And you've got Mountain Vista right after this game versus Chaparral. As I said, that's a big game. Chaparral could be the most deserving of the wild cards, but right now they sit, and Chaparral sits at number 5 behind Denver East. So Regis is number 1, Fort Collins is 2, and Valor is 3. And Valor, you see that game, that the game that they played against Chaparral that they won, they took a 4-0 lead, and they end up winning that game versus Chaparral last month, 5-4. That looms huge, and I'm sure Chaparral would love another shot at them, as Chaparral won the second game 3-0, but that didn't count for the tiebreaker. Back to the live action, it's Rollison. Rollison over on the right-hand side as he's challenged there by Douglas, taken into the end boards, but Rollison holds his man off, spins away from it, reverses, comes back up the near side. He reverses again away from Douglas. Douglas has him, he toe drags him, and Rollison again with the puck, finally moves it back up. Here comes Payos. Shot as it ricocheted, finds its way back onto Rollison's stick. Rollison looks tired out there as he's done a lot of work. Price comes in. Price takes some punishment, but he moves it back over to Lloyd. Lloyd, the defenseman, works his way down, chases it back down. Bedoin is there, number 21, and sweeping the puck up and out of the zone is Douglas. It'll go for an icing call as Castleview needed a break there. And so they take the intentional icing call with 10:46 remaining in this third period. The score 5-2. Buchanan will take this faceoff as he's got Coveney sitting behind him. And puck comes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser back down to Coveney. Coveney, it goes off his stick. Coming away with it is Zuckelmundel. And he sends it up and out of the zone. Chasing it back is Kaiser. Kaiser with some hot pursuit behind him, moves it quickly up the right wing boards, left wing boards, comes back over. Buchanan pokes it in, and looking over his shoulder is Zuckermundel. Zuckermundel moves it back up, but not out as McCall answers. McCall puts it on target, juggling, loose puck, as bobbling the puck was Brachia, and sweeping in for a second opportunity was the opportunistic Buchanan. Back to the live action, Digby. Zuckermundel ties him up. Digby pushes back. Meanwhile, the puck comes over to the near side. Buchanan peels it off the wall and gets some support there from Convey, the freshman. Back over to Buchanan. Buchanan moves it up the wall, but Ballantine is there. Ballantine will settle things for the SaberCats, and quickly the zone is executed. The zone play back to Schreifer. Schreifer has it glanced off his stick, and Valor comes away with it. Coming back in is John Baird, the senior, and he banks it off the mid-ice boards in, saves it there, chases it back down, but the puck is hoisted off the high glass, and the bouncing puck finds Bowers. Bowers quickly back over to Nathaniel Middleton. Middleton chases it back up the boards, gets some help from Glossinger, and a three-man tie up in front of the bench, and it's poked free. Chasing it back down is number 11, Logan Douglas. Douglas moves it back up ice. Here come the SaberCats. Bank pass over on the far side. Middleton gets there first, but he has it stripped off his stick, and looking for that loose puck was Hall, but he couldn't find the handle. Puck comes back over to the far side blue line, and it's back out of the zone nicely by Glossinger, and he makes a good hockey play. Matt Middleton comes back with the puck, sends it back over to Bowers, bounces off of his stick. Walsh is there. He's challenged by number 18, Nick Chandler, the defenseman, who's stepping in now, opportunistically looking for anything to put some more pucks on net with 8:40 remaining. Here comes Walsh over on the far right-hand side. Walsh's shot, and it glances off of Brocchia's glove. Puck is scaled off the glass. Going down low is Lloyd. Lloyd trips up his man, and we've got the game's second power play coming now for the SaberCats. The first one was Peyo's penalty, and this one is going to go on Lloyd for a trip, and this comes at the 8:26 mark here of this third and final period. So Lloyd goes for a trip, and thus far the SaberCats are 0 for 1 on the power play. So let's set the stage for you. Cooper Bedoin will take the face-off, and sitting right behind him is number 15 is Olsen, but McCall gets his stick on it, and Olsen tries to work it up the wall as McCall is there, and hoisting it back up and out quickly is Ryan Kaiser. Saw Kay Kaiser here once again. His grandmother is typically in attendance here, so glad to have Kay here once again. And there is Kaiser picking up the puck, and he rifles it along the boards, keeps it along the perimeter and up and out. With 1:33 remaining in the power play, chasing it back, and Price puts on some pressure. Little back pass, and the SaberCats have to set up. It's Bedoin with it. Bedoin with some speed gets past Price, challenged by McCall, and McCall gets a stick on it, and Price sauces it back down to the blue line of the SaberCats. Quickly over to the near side. Coming back up with the puck is Kaiser. Kaiser with a toe drag move, but it's answered nicely by Douglas. Douglas back over to number 21, Bedoin. Bedoin moves it back over to the far side, back over to Douglas. Douglas looks for a windup, but he drop passes it there. Back over top, Casey's got it. Casey quickly back over to Olsen. Olsen looks for it, takes the shot. It bounces off a Valor boot, and the puck is cleared back out by Walsh. With 44 seconds remaining in the power play, 7:08 remaining in the third period. Valor leads 5-2. Payos with some time, as he's going to be pressured there by number 22. Coming in as Jack Chandler moves it quickly back over, and it's sent the length of the ice. 26 seconds remaining in the power play. Rollison back on forechecking duty, and he is taken off the puck, and back comes the SaberCats. Moving quickly is Knoll. Knoll squares up over on the far side, but he has it poked off his stick, and here comes Buchanan one-on-one. Buchanan takes it wide. Near side takes the shot. Stick save there as Buchanan get a good look in on Brachia, but Brachia keeps it a 3-goal game as the power play expires, and Valor is back to full strength. Lloyd back to the bench. Digby on the ice. Payos with the puck. Payos quickly over to Paolo, bounces off of his boot along with Knoll. Chasing it was Paolo trying to get on it, but Knoll is there. He's challenged with a couple of Valor players, and the puck has moved back to the SaberCats blue line and almost snaking the puck away. Here comes Payos with the puck, and he sweeps it back over to the near side looking for Caleb Paolo. Paolo moves it quickly back to Price. Price from the point steps in down the left-hand flank, takes a sharp angle shot, saved by Brachia as the net comes off the moorings and the whistle is blown. 5:51 remaining, third period. Valor up 5-2. And we had a penalty on that, and this is going to be the third power play of the game. The second power play of the game for Valor. As number 17 goes to the box, that's Chris Knoll with a hard K. Chris Knoll goes to the box for 2 minutes here at the 5:51 mark. And for Valor, they've already got a power play goal, and that was Evan Payos' goal from Rolison. That came at the 3:52 mark of that second period. Let's see if Valor can go 2 for 2 here this evening. McCann holds the puck back up, drags it off the wall, provides some room for Payos. Payos, top of the circle, takes the shot with Price in front, and Brachia makes the save as he had a body in front of him, but he does a good job as Price was right on the doorstep in Brachia's kitchen there. So Payos again will take this face-off, and Brachia needs a new paddle. So he's going to get it here with 1:59 remaining in Knoll's penalty. They haven't, there's got to be 2 minutes left on it. I don't know how the second is right off, so we should mention Bill McKees. McKees is the public address announcer here for Valor, and he will be here tomorrow night. And a quick bang-bang play, shot, goal, and his second power play goal is scored by Payos as a give and go below the line from Rolison. So Rolison gives it back to Payos, and those two connect for their second power play goal of the game. And there you see Rolison back, and as he feeds it right in front, and Payos puts it away. So Payos gets his 9th goal, 8, 9, 10, his 10th goal of the season. And this one comes as a power play goal. So the Valor Christian Eagles are 2 for 2 this evening on power plays. So with 5:40 remaining in the contest, it is 6-1. And perhaps this is what we expected a little bit more here in this game. Walsh moves the puck back over to the right-hand side. Glossinger digs it back out as he's challenged there. Glossinger works it back into the corner as he's bodied up there by Northrup. Northrup is able to muscle him off the puck as he sends it back up ice. Tumbling there was Bedoin. Bedoin gets it in deep on Valor, but with numbers, Valor is able to move it up, and the rolling puck is secured and kept in. Bedoin jousting there with John Baird. Baird is able to get it back out to center. Baird comes away with the puck, protecting him, feeds it back over to Walsh. Walsh quickly over to the far side where McCann looks for a man up through the middle, but Olsen steals the puck and delivers it right back over to McCall. Excuse me, I said McCann. That was McCall. Puck comes back over to the center ice. Coming back in is Northrup. Northrup squares up, takes the shot, and this one whistles up and over Ruth's headgear. That was a headhunter. Kaiser with the puck. Kaiser avoids Northrup's swing, comes back over to the far side, and it's Kaiser. Kaiser takes it out of the corner, feeds it back up to the point. Here's the shot from distance, and this one goes wide and ricochets back over to Walsh. Back over and put right back down by Bowers. Bowers, the defenseman, getting back, but hustling there was Middleton. And Middleton curling out of the corner, gets tied up with his man. Baird, the centerman, gets back to his defensive position, provides some support. Casaview continues to battle with number 18, Nick Chandler, battling. Puck comes back over to Chandler. Chandler's shot saved by Ruth as Ruth got the pillows down, as Walsh gets bodied up into the near side half boards by number 16, Ballantine. And the puck is handed off back below the Valor line, up and out to center. Quickly back over to Chandler. Chandler whistles it in, and the SaberCats now putting on some good pressure. Getting there first is Schriefer. Schriefer, who got that early goal, has been active. He's been out there with number 16, Ben Ballantine, majority of this game. Buchanan steals the puck back behind the SaberCats line as he reverses out of a check. Needs some support. Puck is pool cued over to the near side. Stepping in is Lloyd from his D position. Digby's there, and Buchanan chases it back down. A 50-50 battle with Hall down below the line, and Hall's going to get the penalty, I believe. And finally, who is this penalty going on? He blew the whistle when Valor had it. So I think Buchanan might be going. Perhaps. No, I see number 4, Hall, going. So Hall's going to the box, and Valor's going to get their third power play of the game. And here is the replay on it, and it's a little tough to see. And there you have it. Little retaliation there. And Buchanan takes one for the team there as Austin Hall goes to the box. So power play number 3 as Hall goes for a retaliatory penalty back down below the line. Puck comes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser finds McCall. McCall back over to Kaiser. Kaiser shot, and the bouncing puck right behind it. Shot goal as it tumbles in, and Price says he gets the goal. We'll take a look at the replay. And here's the shot from Kaiser. And as he winds up over on the far side, Price was in front. And the initial shot was saved, but it bounced up. And let's see it from back behind. What a great angle from Shaw Hockey Productions. And there's Price. He bobbles the puck, and the puck is bouncing there. And so I believe it was Price. Rollison was there as well. So Kaiser, Rollison, Price, they all contributed, and seemingly now Valor so Price does get the goal. Price does get the goal. According to Bill McLeese, the public address announcer for Valor, and Price and Rollison and Kaiser and Rollison get assists, making it 7-2. 7-2, and the third power play goal of the game for this Valor squad. And we should mention, coming into the game, Valor had a drought of power play goals. According to the statistics, they only had 3. I had mentioned that they were a second period team, though. They had 17 goals compared to 10 in the first period and 13 in the third period. So they are definitely a second period team where they got 5 goals this evening. Puck is stolen, picked back up. Here comes the SaberCats weaving through Glossinger on defense. And the save is made by the left pad there of Ruth. Puck back below the line. And McCall sends it off the inboards back over to Walsh. Walsh gets tied up, but gets some support from number 45. Stepping in is Campbell. I don't think we've mentioned Campbell yet this evening. Number 45, he's a freshman, and he's on that left wing. So it's good with 1:24 remaining. You get him into the game, and he gets his stick on the puck. And he's still out there. You see him, number 45, on defense. He's a right-handed stick, Colton Campbell, as he's sitting out there with Evan Payos. Payos picking up the call on that defensive line out there for this squad. Here comes Price, who just got that goal with 1:18 remaining in the game. Takes it down, centering feed right in front as Paolo had an opportunity, and Paolo got some mustard on that. Paolo comes away with the puck, and he'll challenge the 2 defensemen. Here comes Paolo as Rollison comes in, weaving, drop pass there as he was looking for Rollison. Rollison sweeps it back over, looking for Price. Payos with the puck. Payos winds, shot, bouncing puck. Payos gathers it back in with 50 seconds remaining. Quickly back over to Rollison. Rollison winds, tipped by Paolo. Paolo Picks it back up over on the near side half boards. He's got Payos up high. Hands it off. Payos working away as he avoids two. Sets himself up. Back over to Paolo. Paolo right through. In the low slot was Rollison. Rollison tried to jam it ahead. Couldn't do so. As Brachia keeps it at 7 with 24 seconds remaining. Payos quickly back over to the far side as he finds Paolo. Paolo hands it back off. Picked back up by number 36, Max Willency. Willency with 13 seconds remaining takes it back behind the cage, leaves it there for number 45 or 46, Digby. Digby works it free over on the side of the cage. Buchanan's shot. This one goes wide. Digby's sweeping backhand, a second opportunity by Willency as the buzzer sounds. Final score: Valor wins going away 7-2 over the Castleview Sabercats. So make sure that you join us tomorrow evening for senior night. That game starts at 4:30 Mountain Time, and we will be here covering it for you. This is Manny Furtado along with Suzanne Shaw and Tom on camera. Glad to have the whole crew, the band, back together again here this evening, bringing you this evening's game. Final score: Valor 7, Castleview 2. This is Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. We'll see you tomorrow evening.